Hello.
Morning, Raga.
Greetings.
Yeah, greetings. Morning. I call on behalf of you hearing me?
Yeah, man. May I hear you, man?
Yeah, me call on behalf of a plane that passing by. I want to know what the government is doing about this thing because I think I want to find out if he know about it. A plane that passing between between Riversdale and Bagwalk
Yeah.
in the air,
Yeah.
letting off some boxes with some big flies.
Some big what?
Yes.
Some big what? Hold on. Hold on, darling. You listen to me?
Yeah.
Don't listen to your radio, you hear?
No, not please.
Okay, don't listen to your radio. Move away from your radio.
Yes,
Okay.
no.
Where you say a plane a fly through where?
Yeah, with some boxes.
Hold on. Where the plane a
big
fly?
flies.
Where the plane a fly?
In the air, up in the air,
Yeah, that's where planes usually fly, darling. What I'm saying, with the area, Riversdale and where?
between Riversdale and Bagwalk, it passed by.
Okay, and you said them a drop off what?
Some cartoon box with some fly into it, them big, and on the box you cannot make out what is on the box because the writing is in Spanish.
Oh, okay. And so them a drop out some carton box. And which part them a drop the box in pan? Like, it's not in communities.
Yes, in the communities them.
And a Spanish right pan the box them?
Yeah, because somebody run down on it, two guys run down on it, and when them reach to it, them saw a big fly, one of the fly out, and them trying to catch it, but them could never.
When they say fly, you mean like fly where fly pan dead meat and anything, innit?
Right.
Then the
right.
type of fly?
But them double time bigger than our own.
So them are our few fly them?
No.
So this look like some fly come from somewhere else then?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
Okay, and you want to know?
I want to know if that is really a disease, things that, because these are funny.
Okay, but this is serious. I mean, obviously, you don't know what it is, then it means that other people don't know what is going on. Exactly. So if it is something official that's going on, we need to know, and probably, some government entity need to inform the public what exactly is going on here. And if it's not something them know about, then it needs to be investigated. But yes, you are sure?
I call you sure to let you know that the government need to step in to find out what is all these things going on.
Well, to Bruce Golding, to Christopher Tufton, and to Roddy Spencer, Health Minister Christopher Tufton, Agriculture Minister, and to Bruce Golding, the Prime Minister, and of course to the police, the law enforcement authorities. We have a caller here who say you have a plane, a fly over in the Riversdale Bagwalk area, and a drop off some big old box with some sample flyer come out of the box them. And the caller said the fly them not look like our regular Jamaica fly. Of course, we are assuming that the caller know about regular Jamaica fly, but at the same time we need to have some form of explanation for what go on right here. So I don't even know who for calling her, darling.
Yes, Raga, we need to know about this thing because we have baby and all these things right on. So we don't know what can happen to our health.
No, you're quite right. You're quite right. And if this in fact is occurring, first of all, no plane should be dropping off any carton in a residential area. People can walk up to it. I mean, whether or not it's a good thing or not, that alone is cause of concern. Plane not supposed to drop box out. What? One of them the box are dropping at somebody's head, I hate that,
You understand? Because your drop is in yard and all them places it's a drop.
In a people yard?
Yes.
You serious?
Yeah.
How you now say? No, man, we need to know what going on. Who we could have talked about?
Them something you're not right, man. Them something you can't write because you have little picnic all them something there and all them little things that we are going on in our country.
Carl
CC. It is very bad. The government need to step in and know where those things come in.
All right, listen up. We're going to start by calling the Constabulary Communication Network, CCN, and see if them can tell we if them have any reports of that, or if them have any knowledge of that, because I would think that anything like that occurring, that the police, if it's something official, the police would have to be informed that, listen, this operation is going to occur, etc., etc. So we're going to ask them if them know anything about it and so forth. Yeah.
Yes, Raga. And what I'm saying, I just need other people who listen to it, saw it, can call in and give more information about it.
All right, then. Blessings here.
Yes, and thanks.
Yeah, man. You take care.
Yeah, man. Keep up your work, man, because we have a listen to your show, Raga.
All right.
Done large, Raga.
All right, then. Blessings here.
Yes, and love.
Yeah, man. Enough respect every time, man. Proper thing. Yeah, we're going to break. We'll soon forward. We'll come back. We'll just rinse the phone line. See him. We're seeing. Soon come. Yes, welcome back up in our Sinting, the real Jamaican Sinting with me, Mr. Washbelly, Ragashanti. Top of the morning to you if you're just joining us. We have the good fortunes of having with us here Dr. Osbill Watson, who is Director of Veterinary Services at the Ministry of Agriculture, and the concerns the caller expressed this morning. Dr. Watson has availed himself to us, and we're very thankful of that to address questions on the matter. Good morning, Dr. Watson.
Yes, good morning. How are you doing?
Welcome to the program.
Okay, and thanks for having me.
Okay. Let me just say that the caller called in, but I was duly informed subsequent to the call that you actually launched an intensive public relations campaign on this program, and so I do not want in any way to suggest that enough was not done to inform the public. But apparently it escaped a few, and one of those persons called my program. So I just want to say congratulations to you for the public relations initiative that you had launched with respect to this program, and thank you for again taking the opportunity to address the matter, though it might be quite redundant, in your case, given that you have talked about it so much already. So thank you for joining us here in the program.
Yes, thank you. And it might not be redundant, so to speak, in its entirety. As you know, this current program was
please, could you just tell us again what it's about and why it's being done?
Yes, well, you know what is curums, right?
Yes.
Or the people say maggots or maggich, so, and it's really a pest that spends its younger years as a larvae or the maggot in wounds of both humans and animals. Yes, we have had several human cases of screwworms in Jamaica. So this fly actually develops, and then the maggot falls out of the wound, it falls into the ground, and then it goes through a phase known as pupation. It pupates, and then the adult fly emerge. That adult fly will then go and hunt for a wound, whether that wound is on a human or animal, lays the eggs. The eggs then hatch into these maggots again, eat the flesh. It can actually eat an animal in a couple of days, the entire animal, once it's infested. And
it can treated. Eat an animal in a couple of days, in a few days?
Yes.
These maggots, what we call maggots, can actually eat the animal once it gets in the flesh?
Yes.
This is quite serious for livestock then?
Yes, not only livestock, for humans.
For human.
Because it actually eats flesh. It just eat away. And there are anecdotes that for example, for 800-pound bull, it can eat that animal within, say, 5 or 6 days if you have enough maggots infested.
Are you serious? So what are the concerns then for like a baby or a child who has an injury and you have to fly upon that injury and so forth? What should we understand about it?
Well, the fact is that yes, we have had several cases of unfortunately in babies in adults, in people, in bedridden, for example, those individuals with wounds that cannot heal. For example, in case of diabetics, sometimes if wounds are not properly taken care of. And, of course, among the animal population, the animals, especially in dogs, when they have the mating season and they go out and they fight and they tear up each other and get infested. This poses a real challenge, seeing that it is not only a disease that affects animals, but humans. And it's so traumatic. Now, this program.
No, yes. So tell us about the dropping of the boxes from the planes now.
Yes.
What exactly is occurring there? Where the boxes are being dropped, and what should people do? How the boxes look, and what should people do when they see these boxes?
Okay. Well, a little history that this program started from way back in 1950s. For example, United States eradicated the screwworm from their territory, and that program stretched all the way down to Panama. They are now in Panama, and Panama is in their final stage of eradication now. And Jamaica actually started its eradication efforts in 1999. What it involves is what's known as a sterile insect technique.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what this is that there is a rearing facility in Mexico, in Tuxtla, where the screwworm fly is reared in abundance, millions. And they are subjected to radiation where they become sterile.
In other words, they cannot reproduce,
yes.
They cannot produce other flies.
Right.
Okay.
So the stage known as the pupae are then that imported into Jamaica. We have twice weekly flights which take them into Jamaica. We have a facility at close to the Norman Manley Airport where it's known as a distribution center, where we actually house the pupae and take them through the process where they emerge into flies, and they are now prepared for aerial dispersal. Now, in the past, we had a situation where there was an equipment on the aircraft that just releases the flies in midair. But that was thought of as damaging some of the flies. So there was a modification whereby some small boxes, maybe about 8 inches by 5 inches in measurement, very small boxes, white in color, cardboard boxes. They have an insert, another cardboard insert, and a little cup, a little paper cup that we put food for the flies to feed on when they emerge.
Mm-hmm.
These boxes are loaded onto the aircraft, and we fly on particular grid patterns, along, up and down across the length and breadth of the country, and one box is dispersed at a time, and we have probably for a square mile we may have up to about 6 boxes dropped per square mile. And when this box emerges from the aircraft, it opens, it flips open, and the flies, it contains probably about 1,800 flies.
Mm-hmm.
And those actually are dispersed before the box hit the ground. When the box hits the ground,
mm-hmm.
it is most likely an empty box. There should really be no flies in there. But at times, the box may not open.
Mm-hmm.
Just like someone jump from a parachute, sometimes the parachute may fail to open.
God forbid.
God forbid. But sometimes the boxes don't open, and they may fall to the ground and are still sealed. Now, if these boxes are seen, they are of no threat to the environment. They are of no threat to humans. All that has to be done if someone sees it is just to flip it open to release the flies. Which, of course, the flies are harmless. These flies, you don't find them around the house. You don't find them around the home unless you have an animal there or a human with a wound, with a cut. And because that is the cycle of the fly. They hunt for wounds. Mm-hmm. And if that wound is 10 kilometers away or 20 kilometers away, they are going to hunt it. So why we release these flies is to actually cut the life cycles of the flies in the wild. In that these flies they mate once, and after they mate, say for example the male mates and it dies.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a fertile fly that mates with a sterile male fly,
mm-hmm.
that fly would lay eggs and they don't hatch. And by doing so, over a period of time, you really reduce until you eliminate the population of wild flies. And that is how the sterile insect technique works. You release sterile flies to actually mate with the flies in the wild, so that it actually you overpower them in terms of numbers, so that you'll have enough sterile flies to really take over from the males, the few males that might be there.
So it's not that you're eliminating all flies.
No, it is just the screwworm fly.
The screwworm fly, exactly.
And if I tell you the name, you'll learn a new name today, the Calichoga omnivorax, or Cochleomya omnivorax.
Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Otherwise known as the man-eater.
The man-eater.
Yes, hominivorax. Homini means, it's from the term from human.
Right.
And vorax, to devour.
Listen, as long as you say man-eater, that alone you need to tell them I couldn't know, so we have to go get rid of that, the type of fly there.
Yes. Now, the success of the program depends on two key factors. One is the aerial dispersal of the sterile flies, and two, every single Jamaican that own an animal, it could be a cat, a dog, a cow, a rabbit, a pig, a goat, whatever it is, they need to check on these animals literally every day and examine them for wounds, and to treat the wound with powder. We distribute powder free of cost to treat these wounds.
Where can people obtain these powder?
Well, they can get them at RADA offices, at veterinary clinics, even at our headquarters at the Veterinary Services Division. And we have a host of field officers traveling out to the field and liaising with the public,
right,
and assisting them in diagnosing the problem and treating it. But the main thing is to prevent it.
Okay.
So that if every Jamaican would actually join in on this program, within 3 to 6 months, we should be able to eliminate this pest. But the problem we have is, and unfortunately, 50% of the cases that we get, because we have officers that go around and they collect maggots as samples and submit them to us at the laboratory. Now, 50% of those are from dogs. From dogs? Yeah, right.
And let me just say that I think it is very, very good and very, very important that you are communicating this on my program. And I say this, this is not like an egotistic comment. Most of the people who listen to my program, quite frankly, they're like rank and file Jamaican type of thing. They're grassroots people.
Yes.
And I'm familiar with them, and we have a particular relationship with animals, dogs, that is not like people from other socioeconomic background and other things, where frankly, we don't pay as much attention to animals as other people do. And so it is important to all of my listeners now that understand the thing. When you just throw it on the food and feed the dog, and you don't even look on the dog and check the dog. Where we are set on a different thing right now. Them a flyer and thing, the screwworm, very dangerous thing for society right now, and the authorities are doing what them can do for address the matter. And it is important that you play your role in this thing. And what Dr. Watson is saying right now is important that when you check the dog them regularly, hear the man say 50% of the carriers of these very dangerous screwworm, man-eating screwworm, that eat flesh and all them something that pose a significant threat to us as human beings in this country right here. A dog are carried. So when you check the dog them for the wound them. And Dr. Watson, why you give you a number? You have any number there where you can give me a RADA number there and a veterinary number there where the people them can call for get the powder them and thing for make sure so them can sort out them dog them if them have wounds?
Yes. Well the Screwworm headquarters is 977-7554. The veterinary services numbers are 977-2489.
977-2489
or 2492. Or they can call. Most individuals would know where to reach a vet in Jamaica. So and these veterinarians are prepared, they are geared to assist and to give out the powder.
No disrespect, we're not dumbing down anything, but Jamaican, just so you know, when the good doctor you say vet, he mean animal doctor. Yeah. Any doctor you know in a community where you know animal them deal with that, where them the boss name for them is veterinarian. So if any animal doctor where you know in your community, other one day you feel link and them can sort you out to direct you in the right direction, you know, to address this problem here. Yeah. But again, the screwworm headquarters is 977-7554. And the veterinarian, is this HQ, veterinarian headquarters, you say?
Well, we have veterinarians all across the island.
I was referring to the other numbers you gave me.
Oh, the Veterinary Services Division.
Veterinary Services Division is 977-2489 or
2492.
977-2492.
Right, but it's really a special appeal, you know, to you know, dog owners in particular, and it's right across from Stony Hill down to anywhere in Kingston, all the way out to Spanish Town, right across the island. You know, dog owners in particular, we really are asking them to come on board and to just treat the wounds on these animals before they get infested, because in doing so, we are preventing human infestation.
Right.
By the parasites, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Dr. Watson, thank you so much for making yourself, yourself available to educating the people. And because again, I have a lot of listeners who say they don't even listen radio regularly. This is an entertainment talk show program, really, and it has an educational and cultural element to it, of course. But I am just very grateful and thankful that you made yourself available to them, given that many thousands of my listeners that generally unfortunately generally don't interact with the sources that disseminate information in this regard. So we're very thankful that you were able to pass on this information to them. And if need be, I hope you don't mind, we very often when these things happen and I go on the road, I'm blasted with another set of questions that I don't have answers for. So if need be, I might be calling upon you again to address some other questions, if you don't mind, that is.
No, please feel free. And of course, I want to avail myself and the department that on whatever topic relating to veterinary services in Jamaica you want to discuss, and basically what the veterinary division does in terms of animal care, food safety issues, and diseases that you've been hearing about, like, for example, bird flu and mad cow diseases. Feel free to call us, and we will have discussions so that we can educate our people on these things.
Wonderful. We will most definitely be utilizing that invitation, sir.
Okay.
And thank you so much again, and do take care.
You're welcome.
And listener, a big thank you on behalf of the nation. A big thank you to you and your team for what you're doing, for this country. And enough respect to the minister also, Minister Tufton, and so forth. And congratulations and thanks for the hard work that you're putting on in order to ensure that Jamaicans remain as healthy as is possible. And we look forward to collaborating, and I look forward to playing my role in mobilizing the people to do what they need to do to help make your job as easy as is possible.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Do take care.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Yeah, man, so they on the avid people, we just a flip back in our language right and talk about the thing, Them a screwworm, them bright, them tan bad, them a man-eating screwworm, and them a dog-eating screwworm, and they eat animal. And what they do, them really, screwworm is like the initial stage of a fly, right? It's a type of fly, seeing? And they out there, and them search for wounds, any injury you have and thing like that. And them a kill off the animal, them and they pose a threat to people. And here the doctor said we have instances where serious consequences have come out of this. And what them do now, them have this intervention that they have research and thing, where them release a certain type of fly. Now this a fly I can't breed. The fly can breed, but the flies they mate once, right? And what the fly do now, is go mate with the one them out there who are do the thing, and then eventually, if we release enough flies and thing, the cross is one, then we dead out and thing. So all them do it is that the plane fly around and drop these little boxes and thing, and usually the fly then come out of the box and before the box drop. But what the good doctor say that sometimes the box them drop. And the fly them still in there and things. All they can do is just open the box and make the fly them go about them business, go do the work and things, seeing? And the key point is, you have nothing for fear from the fly them, that the doctor said. Saying, so when you see the box, them don't even get alarmed or anything. Don't even get alarmed with the Spanish where they on the box. Because remember the doctor said, it make one place named Tuxtla in Mexico. So that's why the Spanish they on it. But it's a good thing. The government do them thing for protect we the people or something where, and nobody getting in a politics thing or something. But it start before in the other government. And it's a continue in this government because it's all about protecting the people right here. So you see it. And what the man has said, half of the cases of this thing, a dog a carry it. See? So you don't know the thing set up. Enough away, we don't pay enough attention. We're not like some background where, where we have a dog them in our house and Fifi can jump up in our bed and all and something there and thing like that. And enough away, we see dog with injury and we walk past them and if I look at you, them stone the dog them and things. So what we say, a different thing we want on the program right now. Saying, get the powder them and put on the dog them have injury. And again, the number for the screwworm headquarters is 977-7554. Okay, and then you also can contact the Veterinarian Services Organization Division or so, and their number is 977-2489 or 977-2492. So Pepsi, all you ever sent to this, make sure you write down the number you know with the whole heap of goat them or you have. Seed Pepsi, make sure you write down them number, yeah. Seed people, so we want to prop up the thing. Now watch nothing, I don't feel no way, no more time them things that go down, you on the call in, and we have to address certain things and thing. Alright?